Hi guys, so we got a problem here. These are what we call word problems a lot of times, but these are situations that we live every single day. All right, how do we deal with these problems and then putting them into equations? So that's what we basically do. So because a lot of times people will ask me questions, but how do we get X? How do we get Y? Where is it coming from? Where is the Z coming from? Okay, so we're going to see that in these kind of problems here and see how we write an equation out of the words and then solve for it afterwards. Okay, so let's go at it. It's personal banking. New York Community Bank charges its customers $8 per month plus 10 cents per check for the use of a standard checking account. Ike had a checking account there for 4 months and was charged $39.70 in service charges. Okay? How many checks did he write during that period? So you go to the bank, you open an account. For most of us who have a banking account, so what happens is what you're going to get charged. But plus the fact that the bank is holding your money, in safety, the bank is charging you for that, but at the same time, the bank is charging you if you issue checks. Okay? So for a checking account, that's how it works for most of the banks. Okay? For most. So, but here in this case, it's $8 per month. That's a flat fee. Okay? Now, 10 cents additional for each check that Ike is going to issue. Okay? So this is how we dissected the problem. This is how we break it down. Okay? So, and then Ike was there for 4 months. And then he was charged $39.70. So at the end of the month, Ike is finding that he's paying this. The question is, hey, how am I paying this, after 4 months? Okay? So after 4 months, he's paying this. How? So now let's see how we're going to get it done. So one thing that we know is what? $8 per month. And how many months Ike was there for? 4 months. So we know $8 times 4 will give us how much Ike actually paid as flat fee just to open an account. Okay? So we're supposed to be what? 32 if you multiply 4 by 8. But we don't have 32. We have 39.70. So something has happened. So that means Ike has been issuing some checks. Okay? So, but how do we represent that here? So it's 10 cents per check, right? So 10 cents, so plus, so 10 cents, so now we're going to convert 10 cents into a dollar. So that would give us what, 0.10 dollars. Okay, so we want to keep everything in dollars, not in cents. Okay, and then times X. X is what? X is the number of checks. Okay, because we don't know it, and that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for the number of checks. So we had $8 per month, 4 months there for his account. He paid $39.70. So something that you can always do as well is to highlight whatever information that you have. Okay? And then that is equal to $39.70. So this is how you establish the equation. Okay? By going again, it's $8 per month, and then how many months Ike, was there? 4 months. So that's why we multiply 8 by 4. Everybody get that? Now, we know that he's paying $39.70. If now you have been $32, but he's paying $39.70. So that means some kind of transaction, something happened in the meantime. And what's that it? That means he issued some checks. And how many checks did he issue? That's what we need to find. But we know that one check is what? 10 cents. So that's what we're doing, plus 0.10 times X. All right, so now let's go ahead and solve for this problem here. So 8 times 4 we know is 32. Plus 0.10x equals to 39.70. Okay, so we're solving for x. That's our target. So that means everything on this side also got to go to the other side. All right, so you guys can go back to our previous videos when we dealt with equations, solving for simple equation types. so that it's easier for you to follow with this one as well. But, I'm sure you're going to get it, okay? So that means 32 got to go to the other side first, and 0.10 we go at last. So how does it go on the other side is, so this one is 0.10x equals to then 39.70 minus 32. Because remember, when 32 is on the left side of the equal sign, once you cancel it from here, it goes to the other side so that you can make the balance. What happens to the sign? Because this one is positive 32, it becomes negative 32. Everybody get that? So you move to the other side of the bridge, the equal sign, so you got to pay toll. Okay? You go over the bridge, you pay toll. You can always think, in that term. So it's a positive 32, it becomes negative 32. So now we got to do that operation there. So this is 0.10x, and this one, that will give us $7.70 when you subtract 32 from 39.70. And then we can divide both sides now by 0.10 and 0.10. So both sides are divided by 0.10, 0.10. So x will give us 77 checks. All right? So Ike issued 77 checks. That's a lot of checks, actually, that Ike has been issuing. So I don't know what he's doing with that, but that's what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, guys, this is it. Okay, take your time, understand the problem. A lot of times you see it with a lot of words, and then we get a little scared about the whole thing. But take your time, think through, write out the equation, because if you're not able to establish the equation, the answer definitely is going to be wrong. So take your time, learn how to do this so that we can be okay.